is a ministry, a church, if you will, on campus that we bring people in, bring people together, give them a family and a home to learn how to really walk with Jesus, what it means to know God, and what God might have planned for your life.
I got into Chi Alpha by coming up to them as they are right here last year, and I got introduced to a guy, and I've just been hanging out with him and the rest of these guys and just figuring out more about what Chi Alpha is.
Okay, so I joined Chi Alpha because they were playing Capture the Flag outside my dorms, and a friend invited me over, and towards the end of it, Joy came up to me and she asked me for my number, invited me to a small group, and after that I just kept on going, and it's been a journey.
I joined Chi Alpha through a friend named Victor. He messaged me one day out of the blue. He didn't have my number, I didn't know who he was. He just happened to get the number from a friend in common. And he messaged me that he had donuts. We ended up meeting at a Starbucks, we hung out, we got to know each other. And the next day he had this thing called small group, which he hadn't talked about all day until the very end, which he had invited me. And I didn't know it at the time, but it was the thing that I needed in life the most. Further than God, further than like just talking about the Bible, it was creating a relationship with not only each other but with Him. And ever since then, I continued going to small group, and now it's just my life wouldn't be the same without it.
Small group is about basically talking about God, praying for each other, and basically just doing life together. It's about really encouraging each other and making disciples, honestly. It's about becoming more like Christ and becoming women of God, or if it's led by a guy, they'll be making men of God. It's a place where people really find community and they learn the value of true friendship.
Small group is your group that helps you walk with the Lord, walk with God, and to figure out who He is and answer these questions that many questions aren't even allowed in most churches. They're too scared to answer them. So small group is to tackle questions that you might have been too scared to ask before. So it's a really good place to learn.
The way small group has really helped me was the Lord really showed me what it meant to serve, and that I don't know everything.
Catholic has transformed my whole vision of God. They showed me that God is an intimate God who wants an actual relationship with you, and not just some being that you pray to and hopeful things happen to you. You know, He's not just somebody that grants blessings, but He's a friend and He's a companion that walks through life with you.
As soon as I met Chi Alpha this past semester, it's really been life-changing. I met a family who loves Christ, and it's brought me hope. It's brought hope into my life. You know, these people became my friends, and I really wish to have them for the rest of my life.
Hello, my name is Alfonso Moreno, and with this society or like environment of Chi Alpha, I just learned that someone loved me, and that they only learned this love through Jesus, and that just knowing Jesus just improved my life exponentially, because I knew that there was a higher power that really cared for me. And coming from an environment where I was never good enough for anybody or anything, it felt really comforting to know that people love Jesus and they love me just as much. And it just totally turned my life around, and if I could do anything different, it would be to make this decision sooner.
We believe that what God has done in your life, He wants to do through your life. What He's done in you, He wants to do through you, and you weren't meant to do it alone.